A very good evening, our dear listener. Welcome to 9 p.m. news here on Explorer Online Radio. Today is the 17th of September 2023. I am Arun Joshila, and in the headlines, President Museveni pledges to financially support musicians. Prime Minister Robin Anabanja condemns unqualified parish chiefs for failing the Parish Development Model Program. And across borders, Kenya's Health Ministry advocates for crucial health care bills. Here is the news in details. President Museveni, who is also the chairman of the National Resistance Movement Party, has pledged to financially support musicians in a bid to promote their talents. The president, who was in the company of the First Lady Janet Museveni, made the commitment today while officiating the launch of the Museveni Awoma music album at an event held at Kololo Independence Grounds in Kampala. The president commended Munama Sakanseriko, the organizer of the event, for using his musical talents to promote NRM and its developments. The Prime Minister, Right Honourable Robin Anabanja, has condemned district service commissions for employing academically unqualified parish chiefs who have failed to run the Parish Development Model Program and warned them to resign or risk arrest and prosecution. She noted that during her recent monitoring visit in the districts of Mityana, Mubende, Chiboga, Kasanda, Chankwanzi and Luwero, she learned that some parish chiefs are incompetent and computer illiterate and have failed the PDM program. Nabanja directed the RDCs and other leaders to follow up the matter before she sends an audit team. This she said while at a fundraising ceremony to construct a class block at Lakeview Secondary School and a female ward at Kalunji Health Center 3. Police has dispatched CCTV technical officers to regional cities to inspect key installations that attract crowds in the wake of recent activities of suspected terrorism. North Choga Regional Police Commander Deo Obura said the team will join regional officers to inspect designated public and private premises, including government installations, transport terminals, worship centers, recreation facilities, among others. The intervention follows incidences of terror attacks across Kampala metropolitan policing areas and some upcountry districts. Up to 100 Ugandans are set to be sponsored for specialized heart surgery abroad. This is after the Indian Association of Uganda, in partnership with Andara Culture Association, announced an increase in the number of Ugandans who will be taken for specialized heart surgery from 50 last year to 100. This will bring the total number of Ugandans to have benefited from the initiative so far to 600 since its inception in 2000. This was revealed by Mohan Reddy, the association's General Secretary, during celebrations to mark 76 years of India's independence from Britain. The opposition party, Forum for Democratic Change, has extended the dates for returning of nomination forms to Tuesday, 21st this month. Initially, members wishing to compete for positions in cabinet, especially party president and deputies, chairperson, secretary general, treasurer, were expected to return their forms between 17th and 18th September this month. However, according to party's electoral head, Dr. Mwenda, they've announced an extension of this period, especially for members of the working committee. Returning of forms will now continue until Tuesday 21st, but voting date remains as 6th October this year. This will take place at Lugogo Umasho grounds. Mwenda also revealed that 120 people had picked nomination forms. Residents in Luzira are asking government to make littering of plastics around the lake shores a serious crime. According to Dixon Katende, the local defense chairperson of Port Bell Landing Site, the communities living around the lake shores have failed to manage disposal of the garbage generated from their homes and businesses. He says plastic bottles and polythene materials are being dumped into the lake. He made the remarks at an event where Coca-Cola Beverages Uganda was mobilizing communities living around the various landing sites on the shores of Lake Victoria to clean up their respective environments and stop dumping of garbage, including plastic waste, into the lake. Paul Nsima, the Public Affairs Communications Manager at Coca-Cola, says that such pollution does not only affect the lake's biodiversity, but also water quality and aquatic life. She calls for promotion of recycling these plastics as well as implementing effective waste management systems as sure ways of fighting this kind of pollution. Richard Erinho, the Gulu City Education Officer, says that northern Uganda is one of the regions that has greatly been affected by depression due to the prolonged war, poverty and diseases. Erinho says that they have now partnered with Strong Mind, an organization that is treating depression in vulnerable communities, using interpersonal psychotherapy group model to prevent depression. Mourinho calls for expansion of these services in schools to increase the number of beneficiaries. He made the remarks during the Strong Mind media outreach in Gulu on Suicide Awareness Month of September. He further noted that the government, through Ministry of Education and Sports, issued a circular notice directing all schools to implement mental health activities in Uganda, which included activities like information of health clubs, as well as issues to do with the election of senior women and senior male teachers, provide guidance and counseling to observe the mental health hour, which is supposed to be 1 hour a week. And across borders, the Ministry of Health in Kenya is advocating for crucial health care bills that will steer the sector towards universal health coverage. Speaking at the official opening of the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers Annual Delegates Conference, Principal Secretary of the State Department for Public Health and Professional Standards, Mary Muthoni Muriuki, stated that the Social Health Insurance Fund, Primary Health Care Bill, Digital Health Bill, and Facility Improvement Fund Bill are geared towards strengthening the healthcare system. Lastly, in the aftermath of the devastating floods triggered by Storm Daniel in Libya's eastern city of Derna, a desperate search for missing individuals persists, with bodies still being discovered along its shores and buried beneath debris, even a week after the calamity struck. According to a report by the United Nations released on Sunday, the death toll in Derna alone has tragically risen to 11,000. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs has emphasized that these figures are expected to increase in the coming days and weeks as search and rescue teams tirelessly work to locate survivors. This brings us to the end of the 9 p.m. news. Thank you for listening in to Explore Online Radio, the home of reliable and authentic news. Have a blessed evening.